Let's go! Can Stellar Lumen XLM make you a millionaire in the future if you buy it today? Well, it is hard to argue against a cryptocurrency that is being used by central banks and governments. So, in today's video, I will be covering a very exciting development related to central bank digital currencies, and the development is that Ukraine has officially partnered with Stellar Lumen Development Foundation to develop their country's central bank digital currency. Wow. This is a massive step forward in global crypto adoption, because while other countries have announced that they are considering creating CBDCs or are working on creating digital versions of their current currencies, this is the first official partnership between a country and a major cryptocurrency project specifically for the purpose of creating a CBDC. I will be going over what central bank digital currencies actually are, how they are similar to normal cryptocurrencies and how they are different, how the deal with Ukraine will affect the future of a Stellar Lumen's XLM token, and some price targets for the future, as well as what other coins could profit as more countries begin to create their own CBDCs. Sounds exciting. I am almost certain that after Ukraine creates theirs, more countries will follow their example and create their own CBDCs to avoid being left out of the new global economy. Guys, this is for real. So let's get started with defining what a central bank digital currency actually is, because there are some very important differences between CBDCs and the normal cryptocurrencies that we are all familiar with. First, the biggest similarity between the two is that they are both built on blockchain technology, use digital tokens to transact value, and record transactions in a ledger. However, this is where the similarities end. The value of the tokens used within CBDC blockchains come from asset reserves. The reserves can be different types of things such as stockpiles of foreign currency, precious metals, or anything else that holds value. This differs from most cryptocurrencies, which usually receive their value from things such as the work devoted to mining them, money staked to secure the networks, or its use case such as a governance token, tokens used to pay exchange fees, or tokens required to access other services. And another stark difference is that, as the name suggests, central bank digital currencies are not decentralized. The ledger of transactions will either be stored on government servers or perhaps by select private corporations hired to maintain it. This takes away one of the primary characteristics that has drawn many people to cryptocurrency. Decentralization has many appeals to different groups of people. Some people like decentralized ledgers because they provide extra security. Some people enjoy being able to profit of them by mining or staking, while other people like them because they protect their money from being seized or tampered with by entities such as the government. And so now that we have talked about what a CBDC actually is, let's talk about the deal between Ukraine and Stellar, which sounds so weird to say. I mean, imagine saying that a couple of years ago, but so the deal between Ukraine and the Stellar Development Foundation, not only did the two parties sign a deal to work on creating a central bank digital currency, but the deal also included that the Stellar Development Foundation would be helping the country to develop a stable coin on the Stellar blockchain as well as an entire digital asset infrastructure. This means that not only is Ukraine ready to move to a CBDC monetary system, but also that they anticipate other countries doing the same because they want to create an infrastructure to interact with other digital assets such as CBDCs from different countries and possibly many other things such as cryptocurrencies and tokenized forms of traditional assets. In a statement about the deal, the CEO and executive director of the Stellar Development Foundation stated, "We believe digital assets and national digital currencies are one of the most important innovations of our lifetimes, and we are excited to play a role in the creation of Ukraine's digital asset infrastructure." And so, as you can tell by now, probably, this is extremely bullish for the XLM token, and it has already been pumping hard over the last couple of days. After reaching a yearly high of 23 cents in late November, XLM had been selling off partially because of the SEC lawsuit against XRP. This is because XRP and XLM are actually fairly similar projects, and XLM was created by one of Ripple's co-founders. However, after reaching a bottom of 11 cents, it consolidated and has now broken out and pumped all the way to nearly 40 cents, a bit less than a 4x in the span of 2 weeks. That is already a big increase, but this could actually just be the beginning for XLM. It is not certain what role the XLM token itself will play with Ukraine's CBDC, but with Stellar building it and the stablecoin being created using the Stellar blockchain, it is very likely that XLM will be implemented in one way or another. XLM's all-time high of 87 cents was reached about 3 years ago in January of 2018. As with most coins, XLM has a lot more functionality today than it did back in the previous bull run, so I would not be surprised to see the token's price return to and surpass its all-time highs in this bull market, riding off of the news of its new partnership. So, in other words, if you are investing in cryptocurrency today, then this should all be extremely exciting. Even as the total cryptocurrency market cap passed $1 trillion today, the total value of cryptocurrency is still tiny compared to the amount of money that moves around in the global economy. Each country that decides to partner with a cryptocurrency company to form their CBDC will be directing tens of billions to tens of trillions dollars of volume in the cryptocurrency ecosystem, depending on the size of the country's economy, of course. It is difficult to estimate exactly how much money is transferred through national currencies, but there are a handful of methods we can use to get an idea of the amount of money that could start being moved on blockchains. One way is by looking at the volume of foreign exchange markets. This gives us a measure of how much money is transferred when currencies are exchanged for each other. This obviously leaves out any transactions that occur within a singular currency, but it is a good starting point. Forex is the largest market in the world and has a daily volume of around $6.6 trillion. Imagine 6.6 times the current value of every cryptocurrency combined today being transacted every day. A different way we can estimate is by looking at how much the combined global economy is worth. Obviously, it will be a substantial amount of time before it would even be feasible for a majority of the global economy, much less the entire thing, to be based on blockchain technology. However, as some of you may know, about 2/3 of the entire global economy is created by 10 countries. Seeing 10 countries move to blockchains and CBDCs seems a lot more doable than the entire world, and several of the countries in the top 10 have already publicly announced CBDC initiatives. So it's getting interesting. The United States Federal Reserve is collaborating with the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to research creating a CBDC. China has been working on theirs for a while. The oldest bank in Germany has actually partnered with Stellar as well to issue a digital euro stablecoin. Canada and the UK have announced initiatives as well. So as you can see, even if only the countries I mentioned transferred to blockchain-based currencies, that would mean about half of the world's $88 trillion economy would start moving into blockchains. This could start a move towards tokenization of a lot of other things such as stocks, real estate, and much more. But that is a topic I can cover in a different video if you want to. So let's get back to XLM. So as I mentioned earlier, this news has caused XLM to surge, but XLM will not be the only crypto to benefit from the rise of CBDCs. And before I end this video, I want to talk about a different project that is preparing itself to make the most of not only this bull run, but the adoption of CBDCs as well. And that project is Compound Finance. In mid-December, Compound released a new white paper detailing their plans to create Compound Chain. Currently, Compound uses an ERC20 token on the Ethereum network and has built all of its products on Ethereum as well, but that is changing. Compound Chain will be a standalone, application-specific blockchain that's purpose will be to provide money market services across multiple networks. The founder of Compound Protocol said in an interview with Cointelegraph, "We want to announce the designs for a blockchain that can scale Compound over the next century. This is a difficult undertaking as no one can predict what the next century will entail. Right now, Compound is working to overcome the limitations of the Ethereum network, which include high gas fees, the inability to work with other blockchains, and aggregated risk. The chain will be designed to support not only decentralized crypto blockchains, but also central bank digital currencies and other digital assets created by investment banks. The new chain will still be governed by the holders of the ERC20 Comp token, but it will also introduce a new token called the Cash token that will be used to pay transaction fees on the new chain. Cash will begin its value pegged to the US dollar, but its value peg will be able to be changed through governance decisions. So, when this chain launches, Comp token will begin serving multiple new purposes, which will most likely increase their price. Compound has already proven itself to be a leader in the decentralized finance space, and if this new chain performs well, it could propel Compound into a place within the global finance system, meaning it could see massive gains in the future. So, we are barely a week into 2021, and we are already seeing multiple huge pro-crypto headlines like the one discussed today, and the recent news that US banks can transact through stablecoins. We're also reaching huge milestones like multiple new all-time highs in Bitcoin and hitting $1 trillion crypto cap. This year is already looking like it will be one of the biggest in the entire history of cryptocurrency. And if you want to stay up to date on the biggest crypto news and the best coins to buy, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified as soon as new videos come out. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.